One of the most important factors for us to be successful at putting is to be able to see the line. And one of the things that has a huge effect on it is in our setup where our eye line is. And we've basically got three options that can happen. When I get set up, I could get my eyes over the ball. I could have them, I'm gonna exaggerate this, I could have my eyes inside the ball, and I can also have my eyes outside the ball. That's kind of the three things that I see in putting that people will be in their setup. Our ideal situation is that our eyes are over the ball, possibly a little bit inside, and the whole point of this is for us to be able to see our line. And what I mean by that is, if I kind of take a couple of these alignment sticks and kind of run them towards the hole here in a straight line, I've got a pretty straight putt right here, okay? That when I get set up and I put this putter down, if my eyes are over the line there, or over the ball, I should be able to, if my neck's in a good position, rotate my head and see this putter, ball, and that line all look like a nice straight line going towards the hole. When my eyes get off, that line's gonna get angled and change. So one of the ones that I see over the lines is probably the best. A little bit inside is just fine, and there's been some guys like Justin Leonard who have been more inside, and that's just where they saw the line better. The one you don't really see is somebody getting their eyes over on the outside of the line, and that's the one I think when people do that can cause a bad putting stroke, but also it makes them tough to see the line. And here's what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna exaggerate this. So right now, again, here's this line going down. If I got set here and I got too close and I have a little too much bend from my hips, and my eyes are now I'm gonna exaggerate this so we can really see this. Probably not gonna have anybody ever be this way. But if my eyes get on the outside here, okay? Now when I go to rotate my head down this line of where my eyes is, it's going out there to the right. It's going out this way, okay? So now all of a sudden my eyes are seeing it that over there. So that hole looks way over to the left to me now. So my brain's going, man, I see that hole back to the left there. How am I gonna get that golf ball going back to the left? And what happens a lot of times, again, let me do it this way. If I get set here and I get my eyes too far over the ball on the outside there, now when I look, I'm seeing this go straight down. So how do I get that back to the hole? Well, it's got to angle. I've got to either angle my body or my eyes a little bit. And then when I angle my eyes, all of a sudden, guess what? My brain is seeing this. And a lot of times what will happen, let me move these out of the way now. What I see a lot of times is when somebody gets those eyes on the outside and they're too close here, all of a sudden, their brain is seeing that, their eyes are seeing it back to the left there, and they go, oh man, I got to get this ball back to the left. And I see a lot of this with the eyes on the outside where the putter goes out and across because of where their eye line is, okay? So one of the things right away is if you have a putting stroke that tends to work a little bit outside, or you've put it on video or somebody tells you, hey, your putter looks like it's going outside. Let's check our setup with our eyes and making sure we have some space there. But again, if you get those eyes on the outside, I almost all the time see when somebody gets those eyes on the outside, that putter, the tendency is, again, because I'm looking more to the left there because of that eye line, hey, that putter tends to work a little bit out and across to try to get it back towards the hole. And that could be the cause of that stroke. So what are we gonna do to kind of fix that? A couple things we can do. One easiest, we got two ones we'll do right now. And I can do it with a putter, I'm gonna do it with the stick too. I can go ahead and get my setup here, and I could hold this right above my eyes so I can make sure that eye line is set, that I'm above the ball, okay? The other one I can just do with my putter, kind of hold it that way. Another one I've seen people do, go ahead and get your setup, okay? Bring this ball up and drop it by my eyes. See, it was maybe a little bit inside right there, but I'm able to check it. So again, we've got to get our eyes over the ball to maybe a little bit inside. We don't want them on the outside. Again, that angle is really tough and it makes the putting stroke tend to be off a little bit, okay? Now when I get those eyes over that ball, now I can start to look down this line, and again, I can put a couple of alignment sticks. I could put a couple golf balls there in that line like this, like I did the alignment stick earlier, but I could also put a couple of golf balls here. And when I get set, if I have my eyes over the ball there, when I rotate my eyes down this line, they should look like they line up really straight, okay? Again, if I get my eyes out over here, man, they all look like they're to the left. And again, when those eyes get on the outside, that's what's gonna happen. So let's make sure our putting stroke isn't being affected by our setup and our eye line. Let's make sure our eyes get over the ball, could be a little bit inside, but not over on the outside. And we'll check that. And then again, that's gonna help our stroke, but also help us see that line better. And if we can see that line, it's a lot more confidence in making some putts.